Hey guys, it's question MM139 of the Maths Methods Fortify study guide. Here in this question we've got a graph and we need to figure out what the equation for it is. Or rather, we actually do need to find the values of a, b and c. So we've got f of x equals a take b sine of cx, where a, b and c are positive real numbers obviously. Find the values of a, b and c if the minimum occurs at f of x equals -2 and the graph passes through pi on 6 to take 2 root 2. Awesome. So from this graph we can see that it passes through 0, 2, goes down to begin with obviously because it's a negative sine graph. We've got 8 pi on 3, 2 here. So first things first is our period, or our value of c. So as we can see, the graph cycles around twice to get to 8 pi on 3, which actually means that the period is half of 8 pi on 3, right? Because if this is 2 cycles, then one period will be half of that, one cycle, which means that our period is equal to 8 pi on 3 divided by 2, which is 4 pi on 3. Almost jumped the gun there. So our period is 4 pi on 3, which means that according to our sine period function or period equation, our period is equal to 2 pi over b, where in this case our b is actually c, our coefficient of x. If our period is 4 pi on 3, that means that 4 pi on 3 equals 2 pi over c, which means that we get 6 pi on this side, so 4c pi equals 6 pi over 4 pi equals c equals 3 over 2. So that's our first value, c equals 3 over 2. That's our first mark right there. So what we need to do now is we can see that our midpoint is at y equals 2, which means that our midpoint is 2, which means that our a value is also 2. 2 as midpoint at y equals 2. That's our second mark. Now we can also see that our point lies at pi on 6 to take 2 root 2, which means that all we're going to need to do is sub all this in. So we know that f of x is equal to 2 take b sine of 3 on 2x. And we know that it passes through this point here, which means that 2 take 2 root 2 is equal to 2 take b sine of 3 on 2 times pi on 6. 2 take b sine of 3 pi over 12, which is pi over 4. 2 take 2 root 2. Now here we get 2 take b times root 2 over 2. Sine pi on 4 is root 2 over 2, which means that we get negative b root 2 over 2 is equal to -2 root 2, right? Because this 2 and this 2 just cancel out. And then from here, we can actually get to the point where b is equal to 4. So guys, this is our, not C mark, third mark. So that's our third mark, guys, which means that a equals 2, b equals 4, c equals 3 over 2. If you have any questions about this, guys, please let me know. But other than that, have a great day.